Welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm glad to see everyone who joined and who actually interested in blueprints. I might need to make myself louder. Can someone reply in chat? I don't really know how loud I am right now. Everyone, yeah. I guess it's fine. So yeah, hello everybody. Today I'm gonna show my Unreal Engine project and show how exactly Horologium console works. First of all, we need to download Epic Games Launcher, which isn't a huge surprise, I believe. And in Epic Games, we need to download Unreal Engine for GTA8's version of 4.26. And let's launch it. Hi Krampus. GTA modding, GTA Definitive Edition, I mean, is probably the easiest modding I've ever seen, because you don't really need to do something. Everything works pretty simple. I'll try to describe how it works step by step, which isn't like easy. Your stream has big delay. Yeah, I already got it. I don't think it's a huge problem since I'm just showing how everything works. So first of all, we need to create a new project. In my case, I already have one, GTA 3 base. Let's open it. But if you need to create a new project, you go to the new project categories, games, blank. Here, better select C++. You still can use blueprints, but you have advanced abilities in future. And select no starter content, and they just need to specify the project name. Hello Raphael. So let's back to our project and open it. Give me 1 second, I want to open my stream from the phone. Just to make it easier to watch chat. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yeah, it's actually Unreal Engine tutorial. So, what we have here. First of all, let's look at GTA files in Fmodel. It's very strange if you still don't know what Fmodel is, because it's like very useful tool in various cases. And it helped me a lot in different games. So first of all, let's look at game structure. What we need right now is to find a map that we can replace with our own. Milo asking, is there will be a record? Yeah, there will be a record of the stream. I'm always saying my streams. So yeah, right now we need to search for the map which we can replace with our own map. Why we need to do this is because we need to somehow load up our custom files, right? And yeah, we can replace like endgame file like water, like what I did before, with our own game file, but result will be painful, I can say, because since we replaced the game water, yeah, we have our custom files loaded up, but we have no water in the game. So it's not a great solution. And what I'm gonna show is the method Crumpus Wumpus described me a while ago. So yeah, let's go to GTA 3 folder, maps, GTA 3 world. And here we have several maps. I already can say that we need Horologium map because I've tested all other maps and none of these maps works. So what we need right now is create the same folder structure in our Unreal Engine project. So GTA 3, then maps, then GTA 3 world. And here's our Horologium map. But it's not everything we need to. Also, I've created a command folder and named it base map. What base map actually is? Base map is original Horologium map which contained in my final files project. So this is original Horologium map from the game. I've just exported it with UModel and we need to use this map in Unreal Engine somehow, right? So I've just created an empty map with nothing in it to just connect it in our blueprint system. I will show it later. So, and yeah, the imported thing, since we don't need this map, it's just like a placeholder, call it wherever you want to. We go to Edit, Project Settings, and type here never cook. And here we can specify the folders we never cook, like when we're doing file, cook content for Windows. And as you can see, this folder with this map is specified here, so it will never cook, since it's not needed. So let's back to Horologium map. Let's open it. And there's actually nothing. Like, what the freaking hell? Why is this map is empty? You told us that it's a imported map. Well, everything not that simple as you can see, as you can think. We need to go to the blueprints and open level blueprint. This is where everything starting to being harder, I can say. So here's our blueprint of the level, and let me try to describe what is actually going here. First of all, event begin play. Event begin play means that this begin play will be executed when you load up onto map, and it will be executed only once. That's exactly what we need right now. Next step we do is get all widgets of class. What widgets is? Widget is game interface, like GTA have, like DBD have, or wherever mostly game uses widget as game interface as HUD. So I've created it here in Horologium folder and named it Horologium core. So here's my UI. Here's simple help tab, and here's console itself. Well, actually, I'm not gonna show how to create the interface in widget editor. You can find a lot of tutorials on YouTube. The only thing I can show is just you need to right click, user interface, and widget blueprint. That's how you create a new widget. So yeah, widget is our interface. We get all widgets of class Horologium core, which means we get all these interfaces. And next step, we're getting array lengths. What array is? Array is like okay, let me describe it in Sublime text. So basically we can have a string, yeah, hello, for example. And in programming language, you can't just write hello. You need to specify it somehow, or maybe create a new variable. Variable can be different types, but in our case it's string a equals hello. And let's imagine that we need to print hello world. So yeah, basically we can do another string like world, and then just print a plus b. But what if we need to create like thousands of strings? For example, like we're not gonna write like string a blah 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 and just continue infinitely. We just need so much strings, right? So array is like compilation of values in just one variable. It goes something like that in programming. So yeah, we just get all widgets of class and getting how much widgets we have. Then we check if length of this array is less than 1. Why we're looking for that is because we have branch here. Branch in blueprints is like if else. So our condition is amount of widgets is less than 1. This check was made to prevent game from loading this widget twice. So maybe if you already tried to do this by yourself, you've already caught the issue when your interface getting loaded like twice or 3 times or even more. And this simple check prevents it from doing this. And then we need to add our interface to the player screen. To do this, we're making create widget and specifying our widget here, Horologium core. Then we're adding this widget to viewport. Viewport is exactly what we need. This is like player screen, talking simply. And then after our interface is booted up, we're streaming level by name. And as you can see, we're streaming base map. Base map, I'm reminding that this is our Horologium map, original Horologium map, that I've just placed as in another folder. So it's all for our Horologium map. There's nothing else to see. And let's go to Horologium core now. Right here we have the graph section. This is our blueprinting of our interface. First of all, we need to do the simple thing. We need to add event destruct. To do this, we will just clicking right mouse here and to type event destruct. Event destruct is an event that being called when a game tries to get rid of your interface. So what we're doing when game trying to unload our interface is creating this interface again. This is very stupid, but it actually works. So yeah, that's exactly what we need. I believe there's nothing hard to understand. This is just a simple trick, like very basic, I can say. It works stupid, but it works. So this part makes our interface being always loaded in the game. And let's come to the hardest part of this of our stream is actual blueprinting. So blueprint isn't small. As you can see, yeah, there's some things we need to do. So let's begin. First of all, we have onText committed. What is this? OnText committed is event we can create if we place. So here's our console text box. It's just how it's named for me, but actually it's editable text box here. And when we place our editable text box, we need to scroll down in its settings. And here we will see events and onText committed. This is what it is. Next step, we're having switch on yet text commit. What the switch does is understanding what user actually did. Is he committed a text by pressing enter, or he moved his focus by pressing with his mouse somewhere and such stuff. If you don't do this switch, when user press enter to execute a console command, it will be executed like 4 times. I don't really know, because there's no such check, and game execute this command for every single commit type here. But if we have this switch and we specify that only on enter will do actual stuff, only when user press enter it will be executed, so it will be executed only once. Is there any questions? I can really try to answer them. I'm trying to describe everything as simple as I even can to. I'm not really like a pro in describing such things. But yeah, I'm ready to answer questions. Let's wait a bit. Maybe someone will type his question in chat. Let's wait 20 more seconds. Don't worry if you're typing a huge text. I will answer your question anyway. I just need to know if we can continue right now. And I guess no time passed. Yeah, I think we can actually continue. So, returning to our switch. Default is the switch when game not really understand what user did, but counted it like a action that's supposed to execute our text box. And if we moved our focus, so just click our mouse with our mouse somewhere on screen, or in a known case where game not really understand what happened, we will hide our console interface. As you can see, this is function here, like console hide. And what functions is? Functions is like compilation of mostly huge code or annoying code into one node, one blueprint node, to make it easier to use. You can easily create a function here, and let's see how it works. This is very simple. There's nothing actually unusual happening here. So when we execute this function, we set visibility of our console text box, of our border. Border is this white line here. We have object text. This is our right corner text, which is used for AC underline underscore get comment, and hide our help section. Help section is located here, as you remember. Here it is. Same thing with console show, but this time we're just making everything visible. And console clear. Let's look into the future. We're simply setting the text of our console text box to nothing. As you can see, input text is empty, just literally nothing in it. So this is how the simple console functions works. Let's back to event graph. Okay, this is our default and unusual case. But what's happening when user pressing enter? Here we have a branch. As you can remember, it's a if else. And what is happening in this branch is we checking for line, is it empty or not? If this line is empty, which is true, we're hiding our console. If it's not, we'll continue our way. How we check this? Actually, in my implementation of console, first of all, I'm doing all text to lower. What does this mean? To lower means that, as for example, we have line A, B, C, D, and to lower makes this line in lowercase A, B, C, D. So every single console comment will be lowercase at the very beginning. And then we're checking, is this line empty or not? If it's not empty, we're checking second thing. Is this line starting with AC underscore? AC underscore is my custom console comments prefix, which you can remember from Dead by Daylight ASB build, and probably from GTA mod that was recently released here. So the same thing here, it's going true or false. Let's check false for start. If it's false, we'll execute console command. This is very simple part because execute console command works like this. So we just need to move a line here and type our command. If I type here false, it will be executed in this case, like if I connect it this way. But in our case, we want to execute user specified command, right? That's why we connect text from our text box all the way it's going to here as a command. So if user typed FOV, FOV will be executed. And then after execution of console command, we're hiding it and getting it clear to remove all the text typed by user before. And let's see what is going when we going through true. What if it's custom made AC command? First of all, we're removing AC part from this command by using string replace. So source string is our typed in text box string. We're removing from AC underscore to nothing. And here we have switch on string. What switch is? Switch is a faster implementation of if else, but it has its own limitations. Like as you can see, there's several commands described here. Not all of them is actually described in GTA 3 mod post or readme file, whatever. So what limitation is? If we typed here and command like get, and user typed it like not AC get up, but AC get 2 or 4, or typed 6, or typed here something, doesn't matter, this command will not work. The switch checks if string absolutely same, like 100% same. If even there will be the empty space at the end, it will not define it. But it actually works faster than if else. Let me describe why. So what is going when we're doing a lot of if else? Let's say if 10 is greater than 25, it's not greater, so we're going to else if 11 is greater, and if let's just continue this list. So we're just going with a lot else if instructions. And let's say that our correct result is at the end. So what actually happening for program or your game at this point? Game will check every single definition right here. Like, is 10 more than 25? Is 10 more than freaking hell. So yeah, is it greater than? No. Is that greater than? No. Is that greater than? No, 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 no. And it coming to the end. But what switch case does is immediately moving your to the right code part. So yeah, if it's AC get, it will immediately move you to here. And in case where you have a lot of definitions, it's very useful to optimize your program or blueprint, which is also required. So let's look at commands we have here. First of all is destroy target. So destroy target is when we type AC destroy target. We check here if it have AC in prefix. If it have AC, we remove AC from AC to nothing, and checking here for destroy target text. Here's my another custom function named line trace actor. Let's open it. This is actually hard part, and better to search how to make it on YouTube, because it's like getting complicated for new users of blueprints or programming. It doesn't matter, because you need to actually understand what you're doing. You can just get it working if you want to. Well, maybe you can, but you can be sure that it works fine, that you're doing fine, and you can't fix your code if you're doing something wrong. So yeah, here's we're getting our player camera location and rotation. From rotation we're getting forward vector and multiplying it with a big number, and then plusing it. Why we're doing this is because we need to get okay, what forward vector is. Better to start from this part. Forward vector is a side, a position player looking at, and by getting forward vector and multiplying it with this number, and then just adding it to camera location, we're getting the endpoint where our line trace adding. Line trace is a simple ray, like imagine a line that you can like do like this or like this. The lines that pointing at the position player camera looking at. As start point we're specifying current camera location, and as endpoint we're specifying the forward vector with multiplied by big number and plus to the camera location. This is our endpoint where to where our ray trying to get. And to output we're getting out hit, break hit result, and we're getting heated actor. Actor is like, let's try to find an example from DBD. Everything that can interact with something is an actor. Generator is an actor. You can interact with it. It have some like, forgot how to say this word. Like, you can interact with it. Yeah, you can interact with it. It have some effects. It have some gameplay related features. And Trapper is also actor. Trapper is a player. He's walking around the map. He can place traps and blah blah blah. So yeah, basically everything that can interact with the game world. And we're getting actor. We actually hit it with our ray. There's one almost similar function, but the difference is as break hit result, we're getting impact point. Impact point is a actual position in the world where our ray getting hit, just hit something, so we can get the position we're looking at. So we'll line trace actor, and after we got this actor by line tracing, we'll destroy this actor and then just hide and clear our console. Second command is silent heal. What silent heal is, let me show. This is fog like this, so like very unusual for GTA Definitive Edition, I can say. Like real volumetric fog with effects from light, with sunbeam capture and all this stuff. So how to make it? First of all, oh, Epic Games launcher just crashed. So first of all, we need to create fog itself. Well, I did it in FX folder, BP volumetric fog. So what BP volumetric fog is? This is our blueprint class actor. And when you create an actor, you will see it like this. There's nothing in it but the simple default scene root. This is around the circle, 2D circle at your screen. And what we need to do here is add component, tap here fog, and exponential height fog is what we use for volumetric fog. There's my settings, but as in other cases, I can't really help with it. You need to learn how to make fog by yourself, because I'm not a pro as well, but I've just tried to work around and got this perfect result, I can say. It looks really, really great. Here's color used for this fog. And here's our volumetric fog. Volumetric fog is something like 3D fog, like, yeah. So our fog is created. What now? We're getting all actors of class, as we did with widgets of class, but now it's actors. We're getting all volumetric fogs of class, and if there's less than 1, so it means 0, we create a fog, spawn actor, BP volumetric fog. If there's 1 or even more, we just destroy target of class, but as I remember, it doesn't work for some reason. Probably I just sorry for this root word, but fucked up something. Didn't even test it, like just made. So yeah, we're spawning actor by quest, BP will metric fog, and to spawn anything we need to make transform for it. In my case it's just 0, 0, and like default transform, nothing custom or something. And after we create our actor, we hide our cancel and clear. Next command is elevator, which isn't used, there's nothing to see, it's basically the same thing. So let's move to the next one. Next command is the get command. Get command line tracing actor, which we use to destroy target. And we're getting its name here, so we need to convert object to text and set text of our text box located here. So we getting actor, getting name of the sector, and setting this name to our text. Very simple, nothing hard. Next command is a bridge. For bridge I've created a new variable, integer variable temp sky pass height. Don't look at its name, I just too lazy to rename it and reposition my nodes. So you can just create variable here, make it integer, and get it any name and default value you can specify here. Oops, let me delete it. So yeah, here's my custom integer value. Before doing anything, I'm setting this value to 0 and getting player location. This isn't really getting player location because in GTA game uses like custom character system, and default Unreal Engine can't find where player currently is. So what I'm doing here is getting player camera location and working around to get something more closer to actual player location. Next thing is we spawn actor of wooden box. The wooden box is actual object of the game. If we go to the let me common blueprints props. Well, I don't really remember where the thing located. Oh. Oh, let me see my Unreal Engine project. So we're moving to, oh yeah, game data, sure. So GTA game data. Next we're moving to blueprints, yeah. Blueprints, props, and here's our wooden box. This is actual prop from the Liberty City map, which we're gonna use here. And again, you need to recreate this prop here to use it in future. And what you also need to do is do the same thing as you did before with never cook. Like in my case, it's game GTA 3 game data. This folder will never be cooked with the other files. It will stay in your Unreal Engine project. So I'm spawning actor wooden box and making its position and rotation exact same as our camera rotation, and plus something more closer to actual player position. Then we were doing for loop. For loop is like the loop of an action that we're doing while this loop is counting from start number to an end number. So every time the loop complete, this number getting greater by 1. And so what we actually do in this loop, we're spawning actor wooden box. Oh, yeah, it's kind of hard to describe. So we're getting actor forward vector and actor location of our wooden box we spawned before as first prop. Then we're multiplying the forward vector with our custom made variable. I'll show why we're doing this a bit later. And then we're just plussing it with actual location. So we're just spawning box on the same on the same place, and then we're just adding additional coordinates to it, like to move this box forward on our screen and making transform from it. Rotation is the same as the camera, and location is our custom made one. So here we're spawning wooden box, and after this we're getting our current integer value, then plussing like increasing it, and setting our final result to this variable. So every time this loop completes, this number increases. So box will be spawned more far and far away each time. This is how we make the bridge, like this. So we don't really need to do something, game just calculates everything we need by itself. And once our loop completed, so all the box spawned, we'll just hide our console and clear it. Let's work around the different comments, the comments where we need to specify something like number, like let me guess, I don't really know, let me see what I have here. Oh yeah, like spawn, sure, like spawn. And what spawn? We can just specify spawn command. We need to spawn something like wooden box, right? So in this case, switch not useful for us because it needs the exact same string. So we're moving to default. Default is being executed if none of this was found in our string. And we're moving to branch. First branch is string starts with slow-mo. This command also not implemented in my GTA 3 mod, but not because it's like working bad, it's not working at all. Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition uses some type of custom, well, it's like well custom made, let's say this way, so I'm not going to repeat. A lot of default Unreal Engine features just doesn't work here. But here's how slow-mo works. It works same way in Dead by Daylight console. So yeah, let's move to the next command. If string not starts with slow-mo, is it starts with spawn? And spawn command is something you need to like understand because it's very simple but very useful in some cases. So we have two variables here. First is GTA props list, the strings list, and second is the same list, but here we have the blueprints, like the objects. So what we're doing is removing spawn and empty space part from our command. So we have just object name, and doing for each loop. For each loop is a loop that we can use to get do something or get each value from the array. Like we're getting all the strings one by one and doing connections with them. We're getting array element, and then we're making it a lowercase, as we did with console comment, because we need to compare them in future. And like if we type airtrain, it will be always in lowercase, since we were doing to lower at the very beginning. But in our code it's named airtrain from uppercase A, so that's why we're moving it to lowercase as well. Then we're doing branch. This definition is string for each loop equals string that we typed in our console. If it is equal, we're moving to GTA get player location, as we seen before, and then we just spawn actor. To spawn actor, we're getting actor from GTA props blueprints and getting it by number. As I said before, all the elements is exact same, but it's different types of variables. So if we look at 10, and try number 10 here, it's a barrier 10, and move to here, we can see the exact same thing, so they're numbered same way. Array index is the current index, like we can see numbers here, that we're currently viewing, so we're getting this index and getting a variable of the same index from our second array. And this is object we're gonna spawn, our actor, with default transform on location being obtained. And it's our command, so if false, we're just hiding our console and make it clear. So yeah, this is how exactly the blueprinting part works. Oh yeah, I forgot about the event tick. Sure. Event tick is something that game like checking not every millisecond, but like very fast, and like something like rapid fire. But yeah, here's a short description. So what is happening here is we checking all the time long player is in game. Was input key just pressed F10, or was input key just pressed tilt? And if this key was pressed on the keyboard, we will show our console on the screen. Let's talk about custom fonts, since we're already in project and looked, probably checked every single thing we can check here. Let's move to our Horologium folder, and here we have fonts, custom fonts I've made just for this mod. So I'm using two different fonts, is Source Code Pro for help section and Ubuntu font for console window with typing your text. There's nothing really hard to make a font. You need to create a new folder to make it easier. Like, let's go to Google Fonts. And let's say we want to add the Poppins. No, not a Sans. Yeah, looks pretty simple. So why not? We don't ignore the Sans. And let's name our folder not a Sans. Then we're opening it and just dropping all all these fonts to here. Oh yeah, it's an archive, so I need to extract it first. And here we click no to all. So here are our fonts, and the last thing we need to do is create a font family. We're moving back. Right click here, user interface, font family, not a sense. And we're just adding all our font, like bold, and specifying it's here, and just adding all the fonts we need. This is how we're adding custom font to our project. Let's get rid of it. Probably it's it. I don't think I can actually show anything else. Everything is pretty simple, as you can see. Let's go to the compilation part. So to compile the project we compiled, we need to make a txt file and bat file. First is bat file. Let's see what actually located in here. Unreal Engine have a tool named Unreal Pack to compile the game into pack files. It's like a default tool that comes with Unreal Engine itself. Here you can see the path to it. Unreal Engine binaries Min64 Unreal Pack exe. Then we're specifying our output pack that we get as a result. Like in my case, it's GTA custom.pack. And then create. And there we're specifying asset list txt, which I will show in 1 minute. And the last argument is compress. Compress is to make our pack file like less in size. Just compress everything in it. So what asset list is? Asset list contains information about what we're gonna package in our pack file. So here's our game phase folder. It's important to add this symbol at the end. Don't miss it. You can just copy the text from my stream. And we need to create folder itself where all the files we wanna like cook into pack file are stored. It's game phase. Since our folder, our main GTA folder is game phase. Then content. And here's our GTA 3 and Horologium from our Unreal Engine project that I've compiled like a day ago. And we're just opening build bat at the end. And here it is. Here's our custom pack file. Then we're moving to the game folder, moving to packs, and creating the modes. If you still don't have this folder in here, just create it. And right here you can drop your pack file to see that everything actually works. Just launch your game. And doesn't matter how your pack file named and how much pack files you have here. Game will read every single pack file, not looking at its name. So you can install any amount of modes you want to. So yeah, now it's probably it. I don't really think I can show anything else. I've literally described the whole project, which isn't a huge since there's not really a big functionality for GTA Definitive Edition yet. So yeah, I hope everything is understand how it works. At least understand it better than before. Thank to everyone who visited my stream. Don't forget that record of the stream will be saved on YouTube. I don't know how much time it will take for YouTube to save it. It's different from time to time, and stream isn't like short. It's almost hour, I believe. How long? And once again, thank you. Thank to everyone who visited my stream. Thank everyone who watched my stream. I hope I really helped someone. Maybe not someone, maybe everyone on the stream.